My goodness, it's 45 years ago, I guess, since we started making The Saint. And what I'm doing now, I couldn't have been doing then, because I would be walking on water. This is reclaimed land that I am on. Behind me is Monaco and the port of Riviere, and this here is the port of Cap d'Aille, which is in France. My name's Roger Moore. I used to play Simon Templar.
Since their debut in 1928, the adventures of Simon Templar the Saint have thrilled millions. By the middle of the 1960s, book sales had long passed 20 million. A newspaper comic strip written by the Saint's creator was in the middle of a decade-long syndication run, and a number of black and white films and radio series, which ran throughout the 1940s and 50s, had all helped to make Simon Templar one of the world's first true multimedia heroes. There was even a TV show on the air starring some chap called Roger Moore. "71 hour-long black-and-white episodes had sold around the world to great acclaim, but one of the show's biggest critics was the Saint's creator, Leslie Charteris.
We had arrangement with Leslie Charteris that he couldn't veto any of our stories, his stories. These were his original stories, but we had to adapt them for television.
He would make observations on all the script. He would be consulted on his original stories, and then stories that we had to invent when they started running out of books. And he was very proud about, what Simon Templar was and could do.
In a memo to the show's producer, Robert S. Baker, he let loose his comments on The Old Treasure Story, the final black-and-white episode to be filmed. "Your script of The Old Treasure Story is, as I have learnt to expect by this time, a typical travesty of the original, with every original aspect carefully filtered out and replaced with your own favourite time-worn ingredients. Having also learnt that my criticisms have absolutely no effect when opposed to the almighty genius of Junkin, I shall not waste my energies discussing specific absurdities. The totally unnecessary loss of the treasure continues your policy of never letting the Saint come out of any adventure with any profit, even legitimately, thus perpetuating your invention that he must be independently wealthy. It is ironic. I've been given to understand that your television series is ending because there are no more Saint stories, when this script is one more proof that you've never really needed any of my originals to begin with, being so brilliantly able to create your own. I cannot adequately convey my delight that this is apparently the last of your Saint productions, and the last time I shall have to suffer the ordeal of reading the corny abominations which you've lately been perpetrating on my stories."